On a sunny Tuesday, we took a little hike
to deep within the mountains and a lake we kinda like.
We brought along a picnic lunch we thought would last a day,
providing that we stopped at several diners on the way.
We packed up each necessity and took it to the spot,
except of course for ketchup, which John Arbuckle forgot.
The picnic would be perfect, you could tell that at a glance, unless of course we ran into a colony of ants.
Oh, we're the ants who ruin your dinner. We're always here to mess up any day. When we're around, every camper gets thinner, 'cause if we get the chance, we will take your food away.
I told my pets we should all go for a run. The cat said he would take a nap until we both were done. We started running, but one thought had me concerned. I warned him not to touch the food until we both returned.
I made a solemn promise not to eat a single crumb, and then they both went jogging, which I frankly think is dumb. I settled down to have a sleep and practice self-control, and didn't notice that our lunch was going for a stroll.
Oh, we're the ants who plunder and steal. We leave each camper hungry and distraught. When we're around, you won't get a meal, 'cause if we get the chance, we will eat the stuff you brought.
I dreamed of eating most everything I saw, and woke up with a craving for a sandwich and some slaw. But when I reached, I instead got something weird. It seemed as though our picnic lunch had up and disappeared. I couldn't find it anywhere, I didn't have a hunch, except that John would blame me for the absence of our lunch. I knew I was in trouble and I felt a nervous chill, and then I saw our picnic doing 90 up a hill.
Oh, we're the ants who take your baloney. We're always very devious and shrewd. We'll steal the cheese off your macaroni, 'cause if we get the chance, we will run off with your food.
I hurried after our lightning-footed snack. I guess they saw me coming 'cause they quickly doubled back. I followed closely the smell of layer cake, and found I took a shortcut that led right into the lake. They thought that I'd surrender just as soon as I get dry, but I had caught the scent of John's banana pudding pie. I thought I saw them hiding right behind a bunch of trees, but found instead I dove into a hive of honeybees.
Oh, we're the ants who leave you starving. We clean you out, no matter when or how. When we're around, don't bother carving, 'cause if we get the chance, we will take away your chow.
I could just imagine what John was gonna say.
You promised not to eat the food while we were both away.
He wouldn't understand I had attempted to give chase. I tried to find their secret stolen picnic hiding place. I only found an empty basket underneath the shrub, but maybe I could make like I was someone else's grub. I did my best to sound just like a BLT on rye, and pretty soon they heard it and the ants came running by.
Oh, we're the ants who leave you hollow. We're on call each day and every night. When we're around, you don't get a swallow, 'cause if we get the chance, we will not leave you a bite.
I thought they'd fallen for my inventive scheme. Instead, they took the basket and they threw it in the stream. I zoomed along the river like the Wabash Cannonball. The river, I am sad to say, contained a waterfall. I sputtered and I struggled and I very nearly drowned. It took a lot of swimming, but I made it to the ground. I staggered for our campground, which was somewhere to the east. The ants all celebrated by enjoying quite a feast.
Oh, we're the ants who make you diet. You may think you can eat your lunch and split. When we're around, don't even try it, 'cause if we get the chance, we will mop up every bit.
When I got back, John had finished up his jog. He came back to the campsite with the dumb and hungry dog.
I had a real craving for some sandwiches and pie. The lack of any lunch around did not escape my eye.
He said a lot of angry things, it's best I don't repeat. I tried to tell him about the ants who took away our meat.
I said I thought his story sounded absolutely fake.
The ants came to my rescue and they threw him in the lake.
Oh, we're the ants who took your salad. We didn't even leave an IOU. When we're around, your plans aren't valid. 'Cause if we get the chance, we will gobble up your stew.
So there we were, many miles from a store. Our stomachs all were empty as we stood there by the shore. I said we should head home for whatever we could find. The cat said we should go ahead, but he would stay behind.
I went to see the insects for a favor they could grant, and asked them to accept me as an honorary ant. I knew John wouldn't understand, and neither would the pup. If you can't beat an enemy, consider joining up. Oh, we're the ants who ruin your dinner. We're always here to mess up any day. When we're around, every camper gets thinner. 'Cause if we get the chance, we will take your food away.
That's the second biggest ant I ever saw.
Oh, we're the ants who ruin your dinner. We're always here to mess up any day. When we're around, every camper gets thinner. 'Cause if we get the chance, we will take your food